Assalamu alaikum to you. Good afternoon and welcome to Bena Midday News. We're bringing you this news live from Benab House, Atomic Junction, Medina. My name is Sherifatu Ayuba. Coming up in this afternoon's bulletin. Parliament has criticized the leadership of the majority caucus, accusing it of failing to improve the welfare of its members and questioning the government's credibility on job creation. And in business, the Bank of Ghana is stepping up its efforts to combat illicit financial activities, emphasizing the need for stronger collaboration between regulators, law enforcement, and the banking industry. And in some news beyond our borders, Bulgarian protests continue as citizens demand end to corruption and fair judiciary. We'll bring you details of these stories shortly. Thank you for staying with us. You can watch us live on Facebook at Bena TV. Now the news in details. The minority in Parliament has criticized the leadership of the majority caucus, accusing it of failing to improve the welfare of its members and questioning the government's credibility on job creation. The minority argued that the government unable to adequately cater for the needs of its 189 majority members of parliament could not be trusted to deliver on its broader employment promises to the Ghanaian people.
Contributing to the debate on the Appropriation Bill Number 2, 2025 on Thursday, December 18, Minority Leader Alexander Afenyomarkin described the government as a failure, alleging that some majority MPs were compelled to use commercial vehicles to attend parliamentary sittings. Mr. Afenyomarkin further claimed that backbenchers on the majority side were struggling and had been rendered ineffective, arguing that such circumstances undermine the government's job creation rhetoric. He added that many members have been rendered redundant and are unable to return to their constituencies even as promises of job creation are being made. He challenged the majority caucus to prioritize the welfare of its own members, stressing that their well-being was a leadership responsibility. He further questioned the government's commitment to prudent spending, citing the large number of appointees at the presidency despite the appointment of 60 ministers.
The Minister for Interior, Muttaka Mubarak, has announced decisive plans by the government to establish special courts to fast-track the prosecution of foreign internationals involved in illegal mining, galamsey, and other organized crimes. The move forms part of broader effort to strengthen justice delivery and protect Ghana's natural resources.
Addressing a Christian-Muslim dialogue group in Wad on December 17, 2025, the minister said persistent delays in prosecution have allowed many suspects to evade accountability, often enabling them to dispose of illegally acquired assets and escape the justice system. He said arrests often lead to prolonged court processes during which assets are lost before cases are concluded. According to him, the new approach will will allow authorities to prosecute offenders effectively rather than merely removing them. He warned that foreigners who destroy the country's land or rivers will face swift action under the law. Muttaka described the situation as alarming, citing stark prosecution figures to underscore the urgency of reform. He stressed that in 2023, out of 218 cases, only 24 were concluded, and in 2024, out of 628 cases, only 11 were concluded. He further revealed that some suspects deliberately provide false identities to frustrate investigations with the backing of the Chief Justice, Justice Paul Bafo Bunny. The proposed special court will be equipped with dedicated judges and interpreters to ensure swift and effective prosecution.
Now, moving on, the Narcotics Control Commission, NACOC, has conducted more than 11 intelligence-led swoops across the country between March and December this year as part of sustained efforts to crack down on illicit drug activities. The acting director of Public Affairs and International Relations at NACOC, Francis Opoku Amwa, disclosed this in an interview, stressing that the operations were the result of months and, in some cases, years of investigations and surveillance.
Mr. Francis Opoku-Amwa explained that NACOC's enforcement actions are never spontaneous, but carefully planned to ensure efficiency and measurable results. According to him, suspects are often tracked and monitored over a long period before any swoop is executed to avoid wasting limited state resources. Mr. Opoku-Amwa noted that conducting more than 11 swoops within the period is significant, considering the complex and time-consuming nature of the NACOC investigations, stating that the number reflects steady progress in Commission's operational work this year. He added that this year's swoops have been carried out in Fadama, Efiekuma in the Western region, at Impoku, part of Ashanti region, and other areas, explaining that operations are determined by the source and nature of intelligence received.
Moving on, residents and businesses across more than 20 communities in Accra are set to face significant water supply disruption this Friday as the Ghana Water Company Limited undertakes critical maintenance at the Weja Water Treatment Plant. In a release issued on Thursday, December 18, 2025, the utility company announced a scheduled shutdown of the plant from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. today, Friday, 19th December 2025.
The exercise is part of what GWCL describes as its ongoing commitment to ensuring a safe, reliable, and sustainable water supply, particularly during the upcoming Christmas festivities. The temporary shutdown will halt production and distribution, directly affecting water supply to a wide swathe of the capital. The affected areas explicitly named are Accra Central, Dansuma, Malam, Weja, Gbawe, Makati Hill, Kaneshi, Odoko, Kwalebu, Mamprobi, Choko, Abekala Pass, Okomlemle, Alajo, Nima, Mamobi, Jowulu, Agbelempe, and all adjoining communities. Management has assured the public that adequate resources and logistics have been mobilized for the works, with technical teams expected to work assiduously to complete the task within the stipulated 12-hour window. The company expressed regrets for any inconvenience caused and appealed for the public cooperation and understanding. Water production and distribution are expected to resume immediately upon the completion of the works.
Well, on this note, we go for a quick turn. We'll be back with business and more.
It's back
back again. It's bigger and better. Brace yourselves for the 3rd edition of the biggest pre-Ramadan fair in town. It's the Baina Trade Connect 2026. 2 days of endless sales and unmatched vibes. Mark your calendars on the 14th and 15th February 2026 at Zurak Park, Libya Cortez, Medina from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. each day. Come trade, come connect, come shop and have fun. To book a stand, contact 053-948-7757. Baina Trade Connect 2026. See you there.
Kada ku rasa shirin siyasa da kuka fi so tare da Amir Mukhtar Mauni, showing Wednesdays at 8 p.m. only on Baina TV.
Many things Muhammad brought Islam. In reality, Muhammad came as a reformer. Before the advent of Muhammad, all the messengers, including Jesus Christ, Habakkuk, Moses, were Muslims. We will be quoting from the Bible and the Quran to let you understand that they were practicing Islam before the advent of Muhammad. Join our team, the Critical Thinkers Dawah, as we throw light on these facts about Islam.
My Journey to Islam, Fridays at 4 p.m. only on Baina TV.
Back, you're still watching Baina Midday News on Baina TV. Now let's move on to some business story. The Bank of Ghana is stepping up its efforts to combat illicit financial activities, emphasizing the need for stronger collaboration between regulators, law enforcement, and the banking industry. This initiative aims to safeguard the financial system and protect public confidence.
Speaking at the second technical committee workshop of the Committee for Cooperation between Law Enforcement Agencies and the Banking Community, COCLAB, Second Deputy Governor Matilda Santiasiedu highlighted the importance of a unified approach. She stressed that effective cooperation between regulators, security agencies, banks, telecommunication companies, and the media is crucial. The Bank of Ghana's intensified efforts come as Ghana prepares for its third-round mutual evaluation by the Intergovernmental Action Group Against Money Laundering in West Africa, scheduled for the first quarter of 2026. Demonstrating robust interagency cooperation and a long national response to unlicensed financial institutions will be crucial during this evaluation. The committee is set to move beyond dialogue and establish structured multi-agency working groups to analyze the tactics of unlicensed financial operators and recommend joint enforcement and preventive measures.
On international front, thousands of Bulgarians protested on Thursday evening against the outgoing government, calling for fair elections and judicial reform to tackle what they describe as endemic corruption in the European Union's poorest member state. The protest in the capital, Sofia, and several other towns and cities across the Black Sea nation are the latest in series of rolling demonstrations and come as Bulgaria prepares to adopt the euro on January 1.
Although the Bulgarian cabinet stepped down on 12 December, Protesters in the capital and other cities remain in the streets. They are calling for an independent judiciary and an end to widespread corruption. This movement gained pace after the government tried to push through a controversial budget with high taxes, and the public is now demanding real political change. The timing is difficult because the country plans to join the Eurozone in January. Without a regular government or a budget for next year, the transition is under pressure. President Radev will likely appoint a caretaker team to organize the next snap election. Many citizens say they are tired of vote buying and influence. They want a system that works for everyone, not just a few private interests.
And now in sports, Ecuador defender Mario Pineda has died at the age of 33 after being shot in Guayaquil. Local media reported that Pineda was shot on Wednesday by two people on motorbikes who opened fire on him, his mother, and another woman outside a shop in the North City.
Ecuador's Interior Ministry said it has sent a special police unit to investigate. Guayaquil has become a hotspot for gang violence and drug trafficking, with 1,900 murders recorded between January and September, the highest in Ecuador. 3 second-tier footballers were killed in September, and a local player was wounded in a shooting in October. Pineda won 9 caps for Ecuador between 2014 and 2021. He began his club career at Independiente DV before moving to Barcelona SC in Guayaquil in 2016. He also spent time on loan at Fluminense and El Nacional. Independiente and Fluminense paid tribute to Pineda on social media, while Barcelona SC said, "This unfortunate news makes all of us who are part of this institution deeply dismayed." In a statement, the Ecuadorian Football Federation condemned the violence and passed on condolences to Pineda's family.
And that's how we bring this news bulletin to an end. Our website, benamultimedia.com, has more news. My name is Sherifatu Ayuba. Have a good afternoon.